and I will still calm myself. And one of them, they said something about towards the end, it seems as if it calmed down a bit. You stupid you, the stupid you that did not know. I did 9 hours on that day. And after 9 hours of little or no break, just a tiny little break, of course I'll be fatigued. Of course I'll be tired. Of course my voice will be a little croaky. I mean, of course I'll be worn out. You know, because I'm a human being. Paparano will do it for 12 hours. A number of people would even, Susie for Justice was the one that broke the record some times ago. I don't know how many hours she did. She's now Susie Empire TV, beautiful woman. Happy birthday to you, Susie. You celebrated your birthday recently. My big regards to your husband and children, your household, family in America, up and down the world, everywhere they are. You're a beautiful woman. You've done beautiful things. And I really, really champion and celebrate you that you knew what you need to do when you did it. I don't have to state or overstate it, but it's good to see you independent. It's good to see you sort of like still as vocal as you've always been. It's also good to see that you will not shift away from your resolve, and you won't let anybody bully you in any way whatsoever. You're welcome on my platform. Every time you've been there, you've been quite grand, quite superior, and everybody is superior in their own way, but you have a unique way in which you address issues, and I love the fact that you stay steadfast about the point you're making, your resolve, your opinion, where you stand, and what you're not having. I celebrate and congratulate you because you epitomize, the likes of Fela Ransom Kuti's mom in those days. She's a freedom fighter, human rights advocate, the first woman that drove a car, I believe, in Nigeria, at least to say the least. And I mean, these are the kind of women of virtue, the kind of people we need. Move on a bit, and that is not to say, I won't say the same for all the beauties, women of our world that actually come onto this platform to make it what it is. As always, appreciate all the women that come on this platform and actually prove to be good citizens of the world, of our hemisphere, of our country. I love the fact that when we engage, we don't actually get tribalistic in any way. We just kind of get to, as Natural on our platform was saying, she asserted that the IT guy, aristocrat, and was Madam Adenike, are pretenders who are pretending that they are Yorubas and they hail from Ogun State, Ijebu. They are not. They are from Warri somewhere or Delta. Can you imagine? I actually sat on that window and I was listening to this bull crap and this bullshit. And they encouraging themselves. And I'm sure some useful people, let's take it to 10K, that are very intelligent actually came across, as young as they are, but more intelligent than Natural, to try and sort of like want to enlighten her, but she wasn't having it. She believes that aristocrats, the IT guy, Madam Adenike, are all pretenders who are from Delta State there and about, who are not Yoruba, pretending that they are Yoruba and Ijebu because they want to belong. Good morning, Thunder Fire. Even my laugh, but it's more like a bolt of thunder. When you listen to crap and rubbish and overly sort of like, how can I put it, incongruent, and more like a non-starter, those kind of idle chats that just emerge from, I don't know, the figments of their imagination. And if that little figment of your imagination, a tiny little part of your brain, cause you to allude that the IT guy, aristocrats, and Madam Adenike, are all from the Delta, who are pretending to be Yorubas from Ijebu. And I mean, if your brain can process that, can actually think it, how can anybody take you seriously? How does your brain work? What is the tribal side of things got to do with the price of fish? And then you asserted that because they want to belong, they want to be able to integrate. Because when you look at African television, you know straight away that it's a Delta man or wherever African television is from, whether Yoruba or wherever it's from, but because he's traveled and his accent is changed somewhat, or whatever the case may be, because he speaks a lot of English, you may or may not, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what it is about the way I speak, whether I English, Yoruba, or especially you said, and your comrade said something. There are certain things I too will say, and is definitely from Delta or Wari or Yoruba or whatever you call it. Because there are certain things he says, and the way he says it, there's no two ways about it. It would have been someone who hailed from Delta but trying to hide his identity. You see, these are the kind of idle chat that I come about sometimes. I turn a blind eye. The reason why I'm actually responding to you naturally is because you actually professed that you opened your platform for me yesterday, and that you will open your platform for me again. Look, when you opened your platform to talk about the IT guy, after 5 minutes you lost your mind. After 5 minutes you started vanoing gibberish. You de vano po kuropo kureje. You de vano ogbemre. You de vano ogbemre. You are just talking nonsense. Absolutely crap all the way through. So, out of your ofrefre, going from platform to platform, hopping from places to places, bringing people together to discredit other people, bringing professionals even on the ground in Nigeria on one of the platform one day to come and discredit African television, to want to know how much African television paid the people. You are a mold of supreme planted in African television who is so trusting environment. And you did a great job. And after which you guys set up your platform, and then you reached out to some of the media people in Nigeria. You brought them onto your platform to come and shame African television. And you are surprised people can talk about you. People will talk about you. Just because you've got a foundation and it's showing active, just like Jomi Fabi, doesn't mean that your foundation will materialize to anything useful. Not for Justice for Mohbad, not for anything. Because Sammy Jojo, your uncle, Rotex Sam, your uncle, said anybody this day and age in Justice for Mohbad that is setting up a foundation is a thief. Right? Are you a thief? Is that who you are? Thank you, Thunderfire. Good morning again to you. Are you a thief? Are you a thieving miscreant? Are you a thieving cowardly of a human being when you guys do what you did? And when I said that you are orchestrating and engineering stuff in the background with Supreme, you went onto your platform yesterday to want to debunk it day before yesterday, because I did my show day before yesterday. Yesterday you went to debunk it. You cannot debunk it. You were a mold that Supreme planted in African television's territory to go in there and snoop. At the end of the day, you are the one even begging for food. You are the one who lacks table manners. You are the one who's collecting food for your dog. And I'm sure that dog is you when you get home. You'll be like, put it in your dog plate, on your knees, and shove it up your throat. That is what you guys do. This is who you guys are. But when Comfy did what Comfy did, dragging a minor for the period of time Comfy dragged the minor for, what happened when a daughter, a teenager, left the shores of Nigeria, flew France on the Sakamaje entrance into Germany. I'm sure some refugee status will allow them to keep this young girl there. When Comfy got dragged and they dragged their children into it, did she not stop? She did. She slowed down. It's not going to stop Comfy dragging anyone if she wants to. But she since distanced herself away from dragging other people's children. Because if it is tit for tat. So when I was talking about you, I was talking about you not because I selectively singled you out, because I did not single anyone out. The show lasted for 9 hours, and it wasn't really about Aries. It wasn't really about Latisne. It wasn't about anybody specific, but I went through the entire encyclopedia of J4M. I touched everybody across the landscape with no exception. With absolutely no exception. Whether it's a group of people, whether it's a single label, whether it's a platform, it's just a recap. Let's do a recap of where we are, where we've been. The recapitulation will be that there has been platforms, there has been individuals that have been very active. I can't remember everybody, but I can remember the prominent ones that are still active today. Everybody got what was coming from me, not because I singled them out, and not because I was actually leaning the show into Woto Woto. We did not even have any Woto Woto. It was the topic, and Aristocrat said, hey, this is your topic, guy. It can put us into trouble. How are we going to address this, your topic? And I am a very topical individual who was strong enough, who was focused enough, who actually had the effrontery at the time to run a show and do a topic on widow victimization, as people believe that the moment I covered that upon 2 sessions and people from Temi's platform flocked in my direction, it's like I'm looking for followers and befriending them. It is a topic. You see, when something topical actually comes, it comes up. And true, you decided to insult everyone. Well, maybe I did. If I insulted everyone, I was just open. It was an open mic, and I spoke my mind about everyone. And if you think it's an insult, so be it. I'm not apologizing to anybody. I owe nobody any apologies. My platform, you don't like the way I do it, block me. Say la vie, but the thing is, I can see the irony of your comment. I'm also playing with you at the same time, because that is what I do. And if you don't have a sense of irony, you will never have a sense of humor, and that is me, the IT guy. And I think Richie 007, Richie for real, the real guy, one of the real daddies on Justice for Mohbad, was on Natural's platform yesterday, trying to pacify her, trying to sort of like learn a shoulder to rest on, to say, IT guy is eccentric. And then Sammy Jojo Elekun Agbojobolo said, with last time I engaged with IT guy, I told him he's mad. I blocked him or whatever. Of course I'm mad. Eccentricism is actually something you cannot control. It's just part of your personality. And at the end of the day, if you don't understand my joke and you don't have a sense of irony, Sammy Jojo Elekun Agbojobolo, I can't help you, mate. I can't help you. So when Richie then sort of like, and then I know Richie went down the route of, the IT guy is a gentleman, there is a Britishness in him, and there is also a Nigerian in him, and sometimes you don't know which one is taking the right force and all that kind of stuff. And then Rotex Sam said something along the lines of, if he's a gentleman and he's English, he needs to behave in a gentlemanly way. I don't have to. You see, my colose is natural. You just need to upset me, and my colose will just kick in. And once my colose kicks in, I'm going to bite you. And it's a good thing I was looking for the button to drop you when you dropped yourself. And I'm not going to block you, Sammy Jogbolo Jojo and Rotex Sam. No, I invited Vengeance, and Vengeance used his secondary account to come, and then he came to disturb my comment section. I invited him to come and engage speak before you turn yourself into a nemesis. You become my nemesis, you become a thorn on my flesh when you decided to spam my comment section and trouble people there. No civil person is invited to a platform will do that. If anyone offends you on the comment section, that territory, I can mute them for the entire session, I can punish them and still allow you to come up. But when your medication expired and you're still looking for a way forward, I engaged with you and DM'd you and I said, I requested for you to come and have a civil conversation with me. I still don't have anything against you, but you need to be very careful. It is not every time people engage with you. You said I'm full of lies and deceit, and all I tell is lies. No, I will say something about you. If it's not true, you can come up and challenge me. The reason why it's civil is that, well, up and down the nooks and corners and the corridors of this black app, there are whispers. There are Chinese whispers. There are rumors. There are things we pick up, around the bus stops, the beer parlor, and all this kind of stuff. So if there is something that, people are saying about you, and it's been mentioned somewhere with a bit of disclaimer, and then yes, if you want to wipe the slate clean and actually put things right, the civil thing to do is to accept the invitation, come up as a panelist, and then let's just engage with civility. You can't undo that. It's not sort of like the sound how boisterous and how loud you magnify your voice and how garrulous you can get in the public place that actually sort of like make everybody believe there's any form of salience in what you are talking about, because you can shout and scream for 5 minutes and we probably will not be able to make sense out of every single comment, statement or utterance that come out of your behind. No disrespect, but maybe I meant your Iroro as well, I think Natural mentioned something and said Iroro. Very stupid girl. I really don't want to disgrace anybody, because there are things people have said sometimes that you kind of think that do they actually engage the brain before they just open the mouth, or they just leave the brain in the toilet and then come and sit in front of the microphone, and then suddenly you realize that you left your brain in the bathroom, maybe you're about to flush it down the toilet, then you run back to go and get it. Vengeance, bring it on. Vengeance. I am as garrulous and I can be, as boisterous and I can be, as rascally as anyone can get, as you can get. So you can request and come up and have a civil engagement with me. Rafa is not going to be my way if you end up being my first guest. So I hope, Justice for Mohbad, I hope you understand what 2 days ago was all about by now. Otherwise, if you have any question before I invite my first guest, could be you, I will shed more light on, vengeance. If he's there, he can come up. I can look for him. If he comes up, maybe he will be my first guest this morning. I quite like the guy. I love his energy. I love his use of words. I love his grammar sometimes when he's trying to be friendly. But I like everything about him. He speaks his mind. If you don't like it, it's like Marmite. You have marmalade, you've got jam, you have Marmite, you've got butter, and then you sit at a breakfast table and someone rub Marmite over your toast, hand it over to you. You have a first bite, whether you've had it before. Maybe if you kind of taint it with a little bit of marmalade on one side, a bit of jam on the other, taint it with a little bit of butter on the other side, or margarine. By the time you mix it all up, maybe Marmite will work for you. It will work for you at some point. And if it's not to your taste, well, it's not to your taste. No, I am Ricardo Prince. When people deliberately, intentionally, judiciously wake up one day and decided, make an intentional decision with all the antecedents of retaliation, and open their platform and make it clear that they've opened their platform for the IT guy, then I will listen on their window, try and measure their level of intelligence, the intelligence quotient, which is always 0 to 10 out of whatever the maximum is. Very, very, very low indeed. And then, yeah, when you sit on the window, you gather. And I just kind of think that it is right for me to keep that record straight. And I sat down on that window all day until they got bored of talking about me and found something else to talk about. So I will leave it as that. Right, let's see who wants to be my first guest. Anybody? I want someone to be my first guest today. Maybe that is how I'm gonna choose my topic of the day. And yeah. Thank you, Ricardo Prince. I mean, it's unlike me to kind of give a toss what anyone kind of brings to the table. But if you open your platform for me, especially for me, you can be rest assured that I may be sitting on your window. Amazingly, yesterday, I sat on that window. I was talked about on Very Wicked Ladies platform later in the evening and all that kind of stuff. People have things to say about the IT, and I just love it, because if the moment people stop talking about you, that means you become inconsequential. Though Thunderfire, who was dragging the IT guy, it was Natural on her platform yesterday. I don't even think she dragged me. I think she was just being stupid. She didn't get any further than just that aspect of someone just making a fool of themselves, really. She had her comrades in there, Sammy Jojo, Bolo Bolo, Eagles, big massive balls with nothing in it, Rotex Sam, a little maggot that came to my platform to disrespect me. Oh, there's fake nose browning and apple polishing idiots that just flock after their mistress, who has nothing with all the money some people have spent, with all the effort they've put into it. We are still in the same place. There's no movement in 18, 19 months. And yet your comrades and your aficionado, your fellowship, your followership, your followers, your people, your fans, your free, and as famous as you are, 20 months, we're now clocking 20 months. Not a single one of them have been able to bring anything to the table. Now they're lashed on to exercise a bit of patience, Ricardo Prince. Please mute yourself. They're now lashed onto some Lawal person, and they're still allowing this Lawal person, this phantom, they're still allowing Yeye Kudi on one side, Boss Rats on another side, and Yomi Fabiyi to shake the table again. I said it, when that guy shakes the table, he comes up with a distraction. And they found another distraction again. And Boss Rat will tell you, I'm going to bring it out little by little. I'm not going to say the whole lot today. I'll bring it out tomorrow. Boss Rat, just like Karimo, you and Yeye Kudi, you've got nothing to offer this process. You haven't been useful to the process, because the most devilish and the most uncivil thing you did was to give bail to criminals, suspects. And then in the process, if this Lawal stuff that you guys are bringing now is part of what Boss Rat has in store to bring out, and he is a devil in the detail, he has smashed himself up, he masked himself in the process, in the mud, is trapped in the mud. You're not going to shift that to Yomi Fabi. Yomi Fabi is also going to shift it your own way. And these are the shenanigans that I'm talking about. These are intelligible, or should I use intelligible? They are supposed intelligent people with little intelligent quotient. Tiny little bit of intelligent quotient. It has to be less than 10. And people clamor to any platform there and try and listen to them, but yet they've got nothing to say. 20 months later, not a single person in the entire Justice for Mohbad population have been able to impact this movement positively. Not a single person. Now, if anyone, I challenge everyone in the comment section, if anyone has done anything impactful, give me a sentence to say what it is. Petitions that are going nowhere, fabrications of CCTV, fabrications of 3 seconds video, hopping from platform to platform, trying to stop people from donating money, donating profusely. Yomi Fabi hasn't actually been able to give us anything credible. Of all the millions of naira is gazumped. Joseph Aloba is actually killed. The entire money that is donated into Access, Wema, and GoFraudMe. Nobody has been able to give us anything sensible or credible. Why? The inquest is, let's take these likes to 15K, please. Please, thank you, people. The inquest is ongoing. It's in recess again, for whatever reason. Well, that is just the way of the world sometimes in our country. And aside that, it's just distraction. Abiodun Lawal. And then someone is saying the first name is not Abiodun, is this, is that. Who really cares? Who gives a hoot? Who bloody cares? Whether she's Phantom, Lawal, or whatever. Anybody, I challenge you in the comment section. I'm waiting. One sentence. Has anyone achieved anything positive, anything at all? Petition, nowhere. All the criminals bailed. One of the criminals exonerated by the name Prime Boy, courtesy of Yeye Kudi, Boss Rats, Comrade Moses, and all the Yaoloja in the process. All the gods, whatever. What's that woman's name? I think she redeemed herself. I know that all those women in there, they even entertained Karimo at some point, and there is some Mago woman in the, let me see, God's something. I don't know. I can't be bothered to go through to find. I mean, you know who they are anyway. Zero. You see, comment section cannot even tell us what we've achieved in one sentence. They've stolen money. They've done underground. They've done on overground. They've donated money. They've impacted their own life positively by getting money donated to them, by setting up enterprises. And you have champions, one with God, that's the one with God, a very, very devilish devil, one with God, one with the devil, very, very devilish woman who redeemed herself. I think she's my friend, but I will have to say it because that's how I feel at the time, and sometimes that's how I feel even now. You don't go down that route to go and engage with people in the underground with devilish acts planned, and you were there entertaining Karimo. I don't know if it's you that said that you are some kind of policewoman somewhere. Karimo is your goddaughter. You set up a party. You invited Karimo, and Karimo went there, and this and that. You can see the reason why I always try and link things together. Because at the time, we had Comrade Moses, we had I'm not sure, some kind of media guy, whether it's K Crown, who got sidelined because Gurexi decided to be the communication person. And the Gurexi is sitting there, Muiwa is there with Baba, Comrade Moses will engage with Bossman Yekudi and One with God and the rest of them. And he will interpolate that information directly to Bukky Jesse, but he will check with Joseph Aloba and Muyiwa first. And then they will rotate, they will literally rejig whatever they need to. Then they send it to their bloggers. Bukky Jesse obviously is a prominent one on this Black app. And they have bloggers elsewhere, probably on Facebook and other apps and all that kind of stuff. And how did I actually learn this? I did sort of like a roadmap of all their engagement by sitting on their window. I was able to kind of pick things up, map it all up, and then understood the process of engagement, process of communication. And now what I also need people to know that when Yeye Kudi and Bosrat were engineering and orchestrating how they're going to bill spending, and what's the other guy's name? Spending and what's that guy that got bail again? Yeah, I love sitting on the window. I'm the king of sitting on the window. Anyway, so when Yeye Kudi, Bosrat, Comrade Moses, and the rest of them, they all then had an adjoining platform at the time. The adjoining platform at the time was Westo. Westo was the man holding the money. It was the man who is gonna go and do some kind of engagement and hold the money in a post and all that kind of stuff. And he's the one that is gonna say, spending, this is the money we're gonna give you. He's not gonna say spending, I'm gonna take 10%, but tell them that I took this amount of money, but don't mention the 10%. He made a lot of money out of it. Now, I don't know, maybe he's bought a land, built a bungalow now. He has a studio in his house now and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, he was on a run for a little while when Arifa and Veron were incarcerated. The long arm of the law and the short leg of Ebele did not actually get him, because I think if they got him, his would have been a longer sentence, to say the least. And then, yes, I mean, Prime Boy and Spending eventually sort of like got released and they raised the bail money. These idiots of Bosrat and Comrade Moses and Yeye Kudi actually thought that what Prime Boy did say to them about Spending in terms of a confession that they can record and then use as a trump card. Well, I mean, Prime Boy is a very clever guy. He's more streetwise than Bosrat, the idiots, who has nothing to display and keep going on about crap. About even if it takes 4 years, 4 months ago, 1 year ago, 10 years ago.
Abiy himself did the same thing by buying phones for the police to do what? This is an institution that have equipment that can work wonders. Nigerian police are
All right, is it Mr. Ricardo's network? Yeah, I was actually picking something up there. Once he resumes, able to pick himself up. Okay, it's back. So Ricardo, very quickly, up to this point, given where we are and how difficult things are, and the lack of I don't know, lack of usefulness, lack of concrete or good evidence or any useful tool that the inquest itself can rely on before obviously that folds up and recommendations are made to the DPP where applicable and the rest of the process then kicks in. if you look at the fight at the moment, the quest, the runarounds, we kind of look at the tumultuous kind of way we engage and all the fights and all. With this new development with this Lawal Phantom, what is it that you're going to say to our people generally that we can do that can actually bring anything concrete to the table, anything sensible or
Anyway,
useful to the table?
the IT guy, before you go further, somebody mentioned that name yesterday on I think it's on Aduka Live, that there's now a new phenomenon,
Yes, it is.
Biodun Lawal.
Yes,
I was
yes.
like, who is Biodun Lawal? I've never heard of this. Can you please bring up to speed on
Yeah,
who this lady is and what's going on?
Okay, so this is the thing with this personnel. When Yomi Fabiyi was running around with the CCTV situation, I think she came to play, and I think now we don't know whether she was there, she or he.
IT guy, I beg, please give me a minute. Let me respond to what they did. What did they say? Chairman said they didn't hear anything.
No,
Listen
no.
to me. When they say mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan means
I trust
you
you. I
hear
trust you.
and you do. No. Let me educate them so that people can know the slang. When you say mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan means no be say you are not hearing, but you are not interested. That's what mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan ti gé mi létí lọ. Mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan.
Exactly.
That's what it means. So please get to know
The chairman,
how
before you
people
joined-
speak, please.
Before you joined, that is what I said to these people. If you don't have a sense of irony, you won't get the joke. So if you have a sense of humor without a sense of irony, you're probably pretending you have a sense of humor. So you people need to try and understand that your sense of irony is a bit that actually makes you even funnier. And chairman, yeah, definitely. Now this is a very interesting development. This is something that has always been there. Because if you listen to the way Sammy Jojo was talking about his hopping from platform to platform, it is something everybody knew about, but it's another phenomenon, as chairman actually said. It's another distraction. So whenever they can't find anything, they bring something else up. Now this is a little bit of summary of what's happened. I think when CCTV what's his name? Yomi was doing CCTV. This personality came to play. Now, the thing is, was he Bossman or Sammy Jojo or combination of them that introduced this Lawal to Yomi Fabiyi? But did this phantom of Lawal person was very clever. He's been following justice for Mohbad, found an opportunity, introduced himself directly to Yomi Fabiyi, and obviously, because Yomi Fabiyi himself is into money, well, you then, okay, yes, Ricardo, yeah, have a nice day, yeah. So because Yomi himself is into money, this individual is also one that is in the money, but it's literally more like an antecedent would have been that someone who have gone through various apps, someone who's actually linked behind the scene, someone who's been close to some of the some members of the family, who obviously Yomi went live, which is one of the dangers and one of the baseless qualities of things he did that inadvertently compromised the work he was doing. And this person would have introduced themselves to Yomi, and then she would have actually sort of like said something in the lines of, we're going to need money to do this, money to do that. And then one way or another, through Yomi, through Bosrat and Yekude and all this, their little engagement, this person then filtered their way through to the top, to Muiwa as well. So this person, this is what I'm saying about what people are doing dangerously in the underground. They do things in the underground. Now we're now not sure how this person actually started to engage with this personality, how many people got involved, how much money exchanged hands. You know where there is Sammy Jojo.
And the reason why I brought Samuel Jojo up yesterday because I wanted to know for the public's opinion about him. Where they are sharing money, or where there's a sniffle of money, you will find Samuel Jojo there.
Wow.
Yeah. So
The same Sammy Jojo?
the same Samuel
The
Jojo.
same Sammy Jojo.
Only where there's a probable probable kind of insight of if he kind of preempts that they're going to share money somewhere or they're going to donate money somewhere, he's always there. It is not on one side, it's on the other side. But
On the other side.
Jojo is speaking. Go and look at all the videos. Samuel Jojo, when it comes to come and detest or contest anything, there is always 20 million, 10 million, 15 million. There's always big money involved. Whether that then takes place or doesn't take place, that guy there is up to something. You see? So there are things that they could do. But you see, they're now shooting themselves in the foot. Because for every time Boss comes out to give you new information, he's shooting himself.
Yeah.
We are getting his involvement in the process. So even if he's doing that to expose now other people are now coming out to actually highlight his own involvement in it too. You see? So no. I'm good with chairman. Labos, don't trust him. I think Labos. No. I'm good with chairman. I've engaged with chairman, and
People don't really know me.
for a very long time anyway. So chairman is my guy. Is one of my guys. When you see me talk about chairman in the way I do talk about him, it doesn't mean he's done anything wrong to me. It's just I'm talking about him, and that's about it. So the sense of irony sometimes is not sort of like a process of trusting people. What we look at in this movement is we need to speak our mind, and then we need to get people to speak. This is not where you make enemies, but sometimes.
Definitely.
So when someone says they don't make friends, they don't make permanent friends or permanent enemy, that's their choice. Well, I'm not here to make enemies, but at the end of the day, if you choose to be mine, then I can be a very good one as well. I can be a very good one as well. So
That's what.
That's
what people don't really. That's what people don't really understand about this justice for movement. You don't put anything to her. Just do your thing. Just do your thing and get out. Anybody listening and I was like, oh, chairman cannot be trusted. What have I gone to do with this?
Yeah.
What have I gone to do with? But the thing is, we must all have a very open mind to get justice. If you don't have an open mind to get justice, then you're going to be sentimental, which is what has brought us to where we are today.
Yeah.
Sentimental issues, things that you're supposed to take headlong, you are like, hey, don't do it. And I don't buy all this. I don't. I don't buy all this. I'm enjoying all the fracas. I'm enjoying all the noise.
But we need to learn. We need to learn from ourselves. For one thing, out of all the noise and the distractions, we're gonna start sifting through that to try and align things together. This Lawal person is not new to the course. It's always been there. But the same person that said they have this information that is as lengthy as about 4 years to out, even though we've only done 20 months, is the same person that will find to push the narratives out, looking for another distraction, looking for a way to paint himself and Yeye Kudi, with gallant colors. All you need to do, what Bossman is trying to do, is to paint his peacock. He's trying to paint his peacock. The peacock right now is losing the gloss. And the best thing this rat can do is to come out with another distraction. But he's shooting himself in the foot. Boss rat, if you know what's good for you, one thing you should do, beautifully, advice from me, is open your platform, do a monologue, invite nobody, and divulge everything once and for all. Break the table.
I think you should. I'm trying. Anyway, I love your platform because each time you come up, you see guys, myself, Aristocrat, maybe Sakuma. These are the things, these are the people that I would love to have on a platform to have a meaningful, constructive discussion. Of course, if you want to but it's on a love side. It's on a, it's not, there's nothing personal in it. Okay. I don't, whenever you speak or Aristocrat speak or Paparino speak, I don't take it personal. I listen and I try to say, okay, have I made a mistake somewhere? Okay, I learn from it and I correct myself immediately.
For me, Chairman, we just need to learn to do something, be accommodating and be civil.
So if you can invite Bossman, if you can invite, we always do this on Saturday morning.
Yes,
you can invite Bossman. I think it will be a very good good platform for Bossman to on that.
Well, that's the best.
Hello, guys. Good morning, everyone.
You have a situation that is
how are you going?
That's all we can do. Thank you, Chairman. Escapade. I hope you haven't escaped from someone's bed this morning.
Good morning.
You didn't jump through the window.
This one I have come out three times in a week already.
Yeah.
You normally do Fridays.
I tell you that no, because I'm on a short break at the moment, so I have to.
Yeah.
So and then
I'm on leave this week as well, so that's how I've been able to.
So I have to react to someone who decided to open their platform for me yesterday as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who?
that's natural.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I started the show, just to kind of put things right there. If you are a retaliatory in your action, then you're gonna get a feedback. So but let's talk about one thing. Very good morning to you. Let's talk about, tell us in your own words, because I've got my interpretation, which is a bit sparse and a bit on the surface. What is it that you can tell us about this newly found phantom? I'm sure it's something that is being scratching the surface because it's always been in the background. But someone has decided to make a massive beef out of this Lawal phantom. Whatever Lawal. I mean, if you know anything, can you start from the beginning, please?
I mean, I only just heard about that when Bossman, and I think I heard bits of is it Sammy Jojo talking about it on, I think, Aries' platform. That one, I mean, again, is one of those things where these people, like you were saying the last time, they go underground, they do their nonsense, and now everyone's now coming out to say, oh, why? So you knew this all along. They asked you for 25 million. Now you are coming out to tell us. Why are you telling us now? And it's because you guys have decided to stay in that place. I keep saying that. You decided not to move forward. You decided not to reassess your situation and move forward. You stayed in that place. People will keep coming to you. Why would anyone come to you to say, Adura wants to confess if you can get him 25 million? What for what? There's absolutely no sense in that. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think even them saying it, does it sound sensible to them? And then I heard that the voice note that they played even had nothing to corroborate that, to confirm that actually happened. It's just another story, people wanting to be relevant, wanting to stay in this space so that they can be remembered and not be forgotten.
Good morning, very wicked lady. I don't want to be a full-time host, so I beg. God, no. But there's nothing wrong with being a full-time host, but no, I don't think so. The thing is, look, if you give this thing a go and you give him your strength, it's time-consuming, it's quite engaging, and before you know what's going on, time is like you've done 6 hours, 10 hours, and all that kind of stuff. No, full time for me. Anyway, carry on, Escapade. Also, Escapade. They also said something. I just wanted to enlighten us with what you've got, and then combined with the fact that this same phantom extorted money off Wome as well.
Yeah, the one about Wumi, I haven't really got the gist. I mean, what did they say that the lady did that she scammed Wumi or something? I haven't got that gist yet. I wasn't really.
They said something in the lines of this person actually went to Wumi and said that they have a confession, a dress confession. And somehow, the way it was narrated and the way it was presented, a sum of money was paid. So that is.
You see the information.
Things just come in drips and drabs. That's a problem.
Yeah, and they would tell you they have information. They'll speak for 5 hours and you don't get anything. Then they'll tell you, no, I'll tell you at the next platform, and they keep hopping around platforms, still not giving us anything. I don't know how Wumi would pay the lady for Adora's confession to confess. So in one breath, they are saying that they need money because these people speaking on the other side, they are the people that want a confession that Wumi did it. So this person is speaking to you that you need to give money to Adora to confess, to sort of key into your narrative. And in the next minute, you are saying Wumi is paying you to give that confession. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I think these people don't sit down and just reason before we go out, there are people that would be logical and think these things through.
Because this is fresh. I hope very wicked lady can come up. Because when you get things like this that is very fresh, she's more like an encyclopedia. She can tell you, up the volume, pump up the volume, if you know what I mean. But there will still be many more coming out. I think I think here is many of these people, and like we discussed, even Chairman Crunchy Queen, all of them, when they left, when they were, I'll use the word sacked by Muiwa. Yes.
They didn't come out. You've pointed this out that they didn't come out to actually say what was happening. They were still there. What they were hoping was that they would probably be readmitted into the fold, or you know what they did? They then tried to get into Baba's, looking, okay, let's go to the chairman, let's be in Baba's camp and try and get rid of Muiwa, because this is why the chairman was, he went to Abuja, took Baba around, they went to Mary and all of those things. They didn't leave that enterprise because they were going to tell the public the truth or complain to the public, and they left the branch and was trying to go to the head office. If you get what I'm saying, they wanted to operate at the head office level.
Yeah.
And they tried and struggled, and it got to a point that the chairman, who is Baba, was not letting go of his CEO, who is Muiwa.
The CEO don't want to let go.
Exactly. So this is where the issue is. And some people are still struggling to get in. They have been blocked, and after they found that they couldn't get back in, they then decided to come out and be giving us all these funny stories. I know that. I know this. Muiwa called me on the phone. Muiwa told me this. You knew all of this at the time. Why didn't you say it?
Sorry, I don't mean to interject that rudely. Now, one thing that we're going to do, comment section, people listening, enjoying the show, we're going to carry on tapping, because I think if I have to do a quiz, I will just shut this platform down. The best you can do for me is to power tap, take it to 20K, and just carry on tapping in between. That's what we all do on every platform we go to. And if I have to keep reminding you, maybe a quiz will come, maybe I will miss a quiz, maybe two people will be talking and I won't be here, maybe they will take the platform down. But if we're really enjoying the show, I don't think it will be difficult for us to take it to 20K right now. Thank you, my people. I don't mean to be harsh, but yeah, let's just help ourselves to enjoy this show. Thank you. Escapade?
Yeah. So, I mean, all of these things coming up, they started with the story and that dragged for like 2-3 days. Oh, the girl, this person that they've all been working with that has been a good person to them, in their own clique. Then it came out of the blue. She requested for X amount of money because she said that Adura was going to confess. Then I heard that, the way I think Adura King White or Yamubad is leaving, she's the host or blah, blah, blah. She wired the whole place. So she's got information, blah, blah, blah. All of these things, you had it in all of this time. You didn't say it. And because the way the people on the women's side, at the point where they are now, they just seen everything else as cruise, because they know that with all this, initially we were worried about what was coming from Baba's side, and people were losing sleep and all of those things. But right now they don't even care anymore, because they see the drama. They see that all of this is just drama from the other side. So because they weren't really bothered about what was being said about that lady and Adura's confession, I think they then decided to throw the Wunmi narrative into it, so maybe it would cause a reaction, if you get what I'm saying. Because I don't know why Wunmi would doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
But like I said,
thing is that so I'm sure we're gonna get there. I'm sure people in women's camp obviously will also be checking and cross-checking. There is a possibility that this lady in question, this Lawal Phantom, may have rogued the process by lying as well. Let's say, for instance, I want to say to you that, look, this is a proof, or whatever it is, that my confession is even being bought by people on the other side that have paid me this sum of money. But we're going to need this sum of money to get confession out of it. And the thing is, when this whole thing comes out, now I'm thinking, Yomi needs distraction and more distractions to come back. Bossman needs a distraction to be relevant. Because Boss Rat will tell you, I will tell you, if I tell you, Igboro Madaruni, Comrade Moses will say the same thing. If I tell you what I want to tell you, Igboro Madaruni. Now, this is not a new development anyway. It's always been there. So, Igboro Madaro, if you're going to kind of just break the table completely, if that is what you want to achieve, and if bringing this Lawal Phantom thing up is breaking the table, I think it's another useless distraction. It's just needless. It's something we know already. But you are just giving it volume simply because that's why I say Same Jojo. Wherever there is big money, if there's a mention that they want to contribute money or some contribution money stalls, whether it's 10 million, 5 million, 15 million, 20 million, that is when Same Jojo crops in. And he will now give you all the information, which is what I'm telling you, that instead of us to instill transparency into the way we've been engaging, we spent 20 months doing underground what? What exactly have we achieved? Going into hibernation? Some people will say, oh, they've told me not to open my platform anymore, this and that. You are doing underground work. You are surfacing in places, using your secondary account, using your fake account, hopping up and down all over the place, and contributing in the comment section somewhere. You using your fake account, they don't know who you are. So when you're doing your underground is not working. You are now getting involved in another enclave somewhere, trying to be another fake individual with the view that you can get information from there and then use it for what? And they keep saying someone has spent all this money, they've spent all this time, they've gone spoken to lawyer, we're going to get a lawyer. All of a sudden, water becomes a lawyer becomes water. Lawyers became water. Everybody now needs a lawyer. TikTokers now need lawyers. Panelists now need lawyers.
Commenters need lawyers too.
Tap in the comment section now need lawyers. Can you imagine? We get you a lawyer. How many lawyers do you give Yomi that the only thing he's ever done is extort money off the public, one, and the only thing we need a lawyer for is not to go to prison. Nothing more. It's not to go to prison. Yomi Fabiyi stopped congratulating the police, one. He did not go to Asorok, where they will lock his ass up. Very good morning to you, very wicked lady. He did not go to where they're going to lock his ass up, because that's what's going to happen. If he had done that Asorok thing he wants to do, now he's jumped over the fence for a second time. He's now trying to stage a comeback, and you can see his mood now. You can see the strength of his voice now. He's now weak. Because if you fool me one time, maybe I'm foolish or stupid. You fool me a second time, I think I'm not having it, because I will not allow a third time to happen. But if the third time happens, then it means everybody that embraces him when he comes back are indeed foolish. Good morning, very wicked. Let's hear from you.
I think she said she's at work, but she
Actually,
okay.
I talk
Go on.
about I'll be talking once in a while. Good morning, everybody.
Very good morning. Very wicked. Yeah.
You see about the bossman, I don't think bossman was the first person that come and bring the narrative of Lawal. It was not the one. The narrative of Lawal came from Supreme Iron Lady and Sammy Jojo and Co. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So
No, say that again. So the actual initial news did not come from Bossman. Where did it come?
bossman, yes, it came from Supreme Iron Lady and Sammy
Oh.
Jojo. So they were like attached to bossman to because Biodun Lawal used to be on the Yekudi platform back then last year. So when the Yekudi now come and talk about the Biodun Lawal, since they have bring the issue and she used to be on their platform, so the Yekudi and bossman come out to come and say their own side of the story.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think what I see is, I mean, she might be. I think she's probably right. She's probably right in saying it didn't start from the boss man. But the thing, what you get with the boss man is what you get with the boss man is when they say something, boss man then comes out in full force to confirm that he knows more than everybody.
It gives it volume.
Yeah, he comes to say because he now starts saying, "Yeah, I know all of these things." And when this girl, that lady, Lawal, she did that, she did this, she even. When they talked about bank account, she'll come out and say, "Oh, I know more than everybody." When they talk about Baba's this, I know more than everybody. This is what he does. Why does he wait for somebody to drop a distraction and then he'll now come and start telling us that, oh, in 2023, this is this. In 2024, you'll now come and be saying it like now you want to be the one that will now own that because he's the one now going to every platform talking about this thing.
You see, this is the thing. This is what I kept saying about the underground movement. Now, Aries came out with it. Sammy Jojo is all over the place with it. Bossman is giving it volume, which means Bossman himself knew about it before. So this is the reason why I'm even trying to say it's just another distraction. Why? Because if Bossman can come out himself, open his platform, do a monologue, i.e. just don't invite anybody, break the table completely, and let us now unravel anything we can find within it and make it make sense whichever way. Because
Yes.
I'd say that the thing is people have information and I think they engage in the underground. I think they fall out. And then some people will want to be the first person to bring the news out before it breaks any table, so that it will seem as if it's them that brought it out.
Yeah.
These are the kind of things I was talking about a bit on the scratching the surface about the last show I did. Because there are people who have their platform, and you can see that their platform is impactful and effective, although not positive, but kind of engineered to deceive people, engineered to be on the forefront of, we are the first person that brought the information out. They engineer a process of collecting accolade, trophies, where applicable, medals where applicable, a little bit of pat on the shoulder to say, oh, it was you that brought it out, and yeah, it was me that brought it out. Oh, we were. And even that one then becomes something for them to congratulate themselves about. But what they don't actually know is that they are implicating themselves. Why? Because same Abiodun Lawal is not new to the process. It's something that has been spoken about before. But suddenly, money is happening and Sammy Jojo is jumping all over the place. As soon as he has money, whether they're blocking the money or they're stopping the money or anything to do with money in millions, Sammy Jojo is there. Whether they are stopping it, whether they are collecting it, whether they're trying to champion it, he's there. So I was literally right when I put that thing out, Aries against Oloriebi, because you want to blame people donating money profusely, but working in the background with people on the other side. When they want to raise money, they will raise money on one platform. In the background, they will use it for their own purpose. So there is an alliance. There is an alliance there. So when I mentioned Sammy Jojo and Rotex Sam, I knew exactly what I was doing. Because my first guest on the day was Mr. Virgo. And based on all the things we were talking about, more like a recap of the last 19-20 months and some of the Sakama days have actually emanated from this, an aspect of where money is being raised, where money is being wasted, where money is malpractices of all sorts has happened, where people have destroyed other people's brand, other people's character, where all manners of madness is actually taking place, and all this karma that, nemesis that, all this cursing and all this madness that is taking place. You know, and if you look over the horizon, the landscape itself, hey, even when it's calm, it's troubled. It's troubled. Everybody's on edge because you just know something is going to come up. And it does come up. Give it a week or two, give it a number of days. Now, Karimo, I saw Karimo this morning. A meltdown, a mental meltdown.
Oh, really?
She was mentally fatigued. She was crying. She had this woman, the panelist, trying to pacify her. She was crying, not profusely. You can just see that her mental well-being is being dismantled. Dismantled. And I think I was just able to, it wasn't cringy. I felt a bit sorry for her because is it interesting to watch? No, because for the next 20 minutes, you say, Karimo, Mapi, no, think about your children, no, think about the life of your children, think about the well-being of you have to look after your children. That for the next 1 hour, that all the panelists, that's all you're going to hear. Auntie Karimo, take it easy, Auntie Karimo, think about your children, no, you know how they are young. No? What on earth is going on in these lives to a point that they have lost hope about their future? They no longer have anything meaningful to do with their lives other than go to work absent-mindedly and then come back home and be depressed because they don't want to be my friend anymore. They don't want to be my friend anymore. They don't have friends anymore. What is going on?
I think a lot of people are too emotionally invested in this matter. Yeah, they're too emotionally invested in it. And it's so that it trigger when they get disappointed or they get, because I don't know why anyone, most of them you haven't even met before, maybe 99% you haven't met before, would then do something on Facebook that will not get you into that state of meltdown where you now be feeling like you've lost all this
beginning of the week, it was thought that all those Europe or Yo and all that kind of stuff, she fell out with them for whatever reason, and they had a slanging match. I think Olori Ile went over to their platform. They thought he said something patronizing, and they dug into him, really gave it to him. He ran away, and they carried on. And then one way or another, along the line, something happened in their own camp, and the whole lot of them sent a gentle olive branch out first, a gentle SOS to Olori Ebi's platform to say that they want to pack their bags on the other side and come back. Now, Lati on his platform, knowing him, I like the guy, and everybody is saying no. Since they left and defected and went to set up their own group, we've had peace in the land. So you have them, and if you have them, just have them in comment section. And then Latisne is just thinking about, wow, let them come, because our numbers will go up.
Contributions will go up too.
The way you said it, the guy will say, I want funds me. Ẹ má worry, my deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. You can see,
I think the whatever is happening there, especially on that the Olori Ebi and Karimo's side is again people being too emotionally invested. People want to show that I'm the one that has the most crowd. I'm the one that has the most supporters. So some of them, they even spend money like Karimo. I mean, I think that's probably why she may have gone into a meltdown, because of the investment she's put into getting all those people out of Olori Ebi to come to her side, because I know she probably paid some of their school fees, gave some of them money and all of those things. And because all of it is not built on real friendship or real
friendship, yeah.
It was bound to crash at some point. You should know it was going to crash.
Yeah.
With Olori Ebi, his base is solid because it came from Facebook, and with him, you can say that it doesn't really hurt anyone. He does what he does on his platform. They do that contribution.
It's very calculating and very methodical, and I like his style. Because he has a brand and he maintains it. He maintains relationship as well.
Yes.
And it's quite accommodating. Accommodating.
Yeah. You cannot compare, because it is solid. You took people away from there.
Good morning, Sele. Carry on.
You took people away from there, maybe because of you've induced them with money, or you've attracted them with money, showing them you can spend. I mean, because it wasn't built on solid base, it was going to crash. And these people, their base is still Latisne's platform. They're going to find their way there one way or the other. Even if they put them in the comment section, at some point they will start allowing them come up. So I think this failed investment is what probably put her into meltdown. All these people that have helped, all these people that you didn't help them. You did it for a reason. You did it because you wanted them on your side. You didn't help them genuinely. If you give them 10,000, you didn't give them because you genuinely wanted to give them. You gave them because you want them to live.
To be honest, Escape, it bought them.
Yeah, exactly. Things,
affection. And I think that's what it is. When you buy people's affection, you know that it's only a matter of time, really. And you see, the thing is, because she's so controlling and she loves to be worshipped. She's a human being, and everything has to be about her, and it's not going to last.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't compare yourself with Olori Ebi, who's like built his base. I mean, whether we like it or not, what he does or whatever he does is whatever he's been doing has built him that solid base right from Facebook.
I mean, the thing is, Olori Ebi for me is very accommodating, comfy, accommodated Baba and his clans, accommodated you. Karimo, when you landed and all that kind of stuff, and he wasn't having it because you are so controlling. And you just want everything to be about, you want to be worshipped and all that. And when he wasn't having it, he wasn't having it. You are going to start telling Latisne who to drop, who to block, and all this kind of stuff. You just lost it completely. I mean, what sort of a syndrome will that be that you just cross country, running somewhere, and you just pull out your bazooka and you just say, "Hey, get down, everybody! I'm the queen now."
I mean, like you said, with Lati, he's very accommodating and he tolerates people. Even at the point where Karima was doing all she was doing, Olorebi still tolerated her. But then until she then took her bazooka and went ballistic and...
Went ballistic, yeah.
Olorebi had no choice. Even with Comfy, Olorebi still tolerated her to a point until she too went ballistic and started gunning for him. So that is why he's been able to keep his base. He doesn't even have all of his followers on the platform, on the TikTok platform. Some of them are still on Facebook. They call in and they do all of those things. You cannot compare yourself with him. You can't compete with him in terms of followership and building a base when you're buying people to come to your side.
It's like someone I don't know, maybe you're wrapping some cola in some nylon bag, and then suddenly, because your market is gone up, you want to compete with Coca-Cola. You put your cola in the bag of pure water, and then because the entire nation is embracing your product, you now say, "I want to compete with Pepsi or Coca-Cola."
Yeah, and when she fights with someone, when she falls out with someone, she goes to the extreme that a comeback is nearly zero. Like Olorebi now, when he falls out, except for those that have directly come out to gun for him several times, he will then reply them and then he'll stop. But with Karima, she just keeps going on and on. Even the person that she's falling out with 2 years ago, she will still be dragging that person today. And this is why these people can go back to Olorebi, because they know he will take them back. Even their fallout wasn't like, from him being extreme and abusing them and cursing them and all of that. So he knows how to manage his people. He knows how to manage his base.
Sorry, guys. So, right, guys, what is your problem with these people with their foundation? The way they drag you yesterday is so funny and so bombastic.
Be direct. Ask the question again. I want you to be direct now. Go on.
I said, what is the issue between you and this new foundation? Why are you coming for her? What has he done to you?
Do you want me to explain to you?
Yes, now, because the day you had your topic, her name was not in
let me explain to you. So, for me, when I did my show, I did the show for 9 hours. People are coming in or going out. The ones that are coming in and going out and calling other people will only come in there for a very short period of time, will not understand what the show is all about. Then they will go and open their own platform and talk about the IT Guide. Now, I don't have any issue with anybody's foundation, but when I went round the table, I went from the beginning up until now. The bit with Supreme and Latisne was a playful kind of engagement with my guests, as in my panelists, and we're just trying to sort of like, I was talking to Mr. Virgo, and then I came up with the topic. The topic was unplanned. Nobody knew anything. IT Guy just came up, and I always, like I said, I get my inspiration from my first caller, my first panelist. So I ended up with that, and we spoke about people who are hopping from platform to platform. Who are these people? So I just decided to just pick 2 people in that conversation with Mr. Virgo. And then one of them is Sammy Jojo, and the other is Rotex Sam. And then when I was talking about the way people engage and how some people have destroyed other people's brand, other people's character, and then Aries and the situation between African television, Aries, and with Natural getting involved in there being a mole in African television's camp. We saw everything. And she was the one that went beyond that to open a platform and up from platform to platform to carry on discrediting African television, bringing people from the press, members of press in Nigeria, looking for them to bring them to platform to ask them how they are donating money, how much they donated. But that is not even that is just part of the discussion, part of my utterances and my narration and my submissions or whatever. And then yesterday morning, she then decided to open her platform. And she said she opened her platform for me. And she will open her platform again every day until Friday. And it was then I thought the best thing for me to do is to sit on a window all day, which I did all day yesterday, to collect as much information as possible. Because she said she opened her platform for me. Unfortunately, she's just opened her platform needlessly. Lack of spirituality, lack of rebound, because what goes around will actually come back to you. And if she tosses a boomerang in my direction, it will take a neck off, a head off. I don't care about your brand, but if you want to open a platform for me, I will destroy your brand. After all, it's something they've done before to African television, and I can single-handedly destroy her completely. Open a platform for me, because you on your platform yesterday when we went through this whole process, I love your analysis. The best point you made yesterday. Your brother Rotex Sam is the one that came out and said this thing is nearing closure. Anyone that opens a foundation right now is only opening the foundation to steal money off the public. I listened very intently, very, very intelligently. I don't record anything. I assimilate, absorb, and break it down in my mind. And that's what I said. If you come to me at 0, you're likely to take me to 100. If you hit me back at 0 and I go to 1 million, you will think I'm Colos. I'm on Colos. That's why they said I'm on Colos. I have to be on medication. On their platform is what they're saying. He has to be on Colos. My Colos is a coffee in the morning, and that's coffee I'm going to drink until whenever I decide to take a break. And in the evening, whatever I do is my business. But if she wants me to be on Colos, she opens the platform again, and I will come and I will get colossal. Because when I get colossal, I'm going to go down the underground. I'm going to hit the asphalt. I'm going to break all the rocks. I'm going to go and mingle with the vulva, with the volcano. And when I erupt, the lava, when I bring it out, you will know that Otigbe Sari Ekoja Moshalashi. Because at that point, the Pope can't help you, Imam can't help you, Asoro can't help you. Ṣé èmi jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn maggots? Ẹgbẹ́ lèmi àtàwọn maggots yìí ni. Because there are ways you engage. People will talk about you. People will talk for you. People will talk against you. That's the bottom line in life. But me, the moment people stop talking about me, I'm worried though. Hey, am I dead? I'm still alive. They stop talking about the IT guy. Maybe it's time for me to open my platform and break the table, which is not something I do intentionally, which I never do intentionally. But at the end of the day, we bring something out. We are going to talk about you. Sometimes people are going to talk about all day yesterday. Most of the platform I went to, people were talking about me, still talking about the show. You see me attack anybody, but for someone to say that because there was an analogy, and the analogy that got to you, one of it is to do with African television. And I'm warning you to sort of like say, just because you've opened this film very quickly, you want to be the page girl of people who can open a foundation, set up an account, set up a website, and make it active. And you're now saying African television has been lying all this time, me that I don't even know anything. And then you now even using an esteem. The estimate of your own self, the estimate of your own value and your own brand was zero, because you seem to have a complex issue, and it's that very, very inferior complex of yourself. And you now also are certain that the IT guy, African television, and Madam Adenike are all from Delta states who are lying to come from Ijebu and speaking Yoruba sometimes to fool us because they want to belong to the Yoruba people. Came from this same person's mouth yesterday. And I listened to all the bull crap, and then one of them said, whether it's Beberiano, I don't like the IT guy, I didn't speak to him for a while. Last time I blocked him, I don't know whether it's everybody's saying they blocked me, and then this and that. If you are throwing block, you think your block is going to hit me? Your block is not going to hit me now. You don't like listening to me. Maybe you're not going to hear me. No, ni. Which one is which one? You there inside your corner. When I apologized to you, it was me. It was you that owed me apology. It wasn't me, because I blocked you natural for a while, because you've misbehaved so many places where I've been before I decided I'm not going to come anywhere near your porous self, your negative phantom and platform that you built, the negativity and the inferiority complex you build around yourself. And the reason why you've isolated yourself and you are now lonely is because you have a very dangerously low complex. Nobody is fighting you. You are fighting yourself. So you want to block, throw your block. The same idiots that tell you they block you are the same people that will go and create fake accounts to come and listen to your live show.
I swear to God, it is funny.
Can you imagine? The same people, they block you, but they still use their fake accounts to come and view you. I can cry for people, I can cry for mankind. But one thing I want to advise people to do: sell yourself very well. Raise your self-esteem. Don't allow anybody to drag you to the gutters. Don't let people tell you you are not good enough. It is not compulsory that people help anybody, but sometimes we can elevate ourselves. We can help ourselves. It takes nothing of us, zero of us. But when we get nasty, and you, the same individual, is in the midst of nasty people and in her elements, when she's in her elements, I sit on windows a lot. When this lady is in her element, she can destroy a lion from a distance. She can make a lion tremble and deplete and explode from a distance. Very, very caustic. Very dangerously caustic. Very toxic. It's none of anybody's business that you have to go and set up a foundation and you now don't know where to go and what to do with it. It's none of anybody's business that you don't realize that the people that have been doing it, even if they don't have a foundation active, it is inborn, it is inbred, it's inculcated in them. Humanity is not something you learn. Humanity, to be humane, is not something you learn. It's not something they teach you. It's not something you borrow or steal. You must have it in you. They will say the humanity in us, whether people are accountable or not, They touch few souls. They do feel good things. They gazoom the rest of the money. If Yomi Fabiyi had done anything and we had seen him to say some of the money he gazumed, he had gone to a widow's home somewhere, a motherless home somewhere, and go and feed them, even if it's just for show. Instead, the man is talking about his pocket, he's talking about his boxers, he's talking about a bed his son is lying on, he's talking about a window without a net in it. And that is the story of people who want to come and do foundation. Nobody got you there. You chose to be a foundation. Don't cry if nobody is supporting you. Don't cry if you can't find anything useful to do. Don't cry if it is not your calling. You can decorate your flag from now till tomorrow. You can have website from now, from London to Timbuktu. You may still not have anything to offer. You may not have the might and the brain to make a cup of coffee. Never mind, feed 500 people. So just because you've set up a temperament hospital, an Igbo beef factory of broken legs and broken ham, you're gonna come out and carry on with African TV what you guys have done with African TV is not enough, and you went on again yesterday about African TV, calling him all manners of names. African TV has since moved on. You haven't moved on. It wasn't African TV that said everything that was said that tempered your idiotic brain. It was me. You should have done a useful thing to come to my platform, request to come up and come and approach me the same way Rotex Sam, spineless maggots did. Spineless maggots. And I'm not on Colos. I'm still on my first cup of coffee because I haven't had a chance to take a break to go downstairs from the lofty height I am right now. I'm on the third floor. You barely find third floor in England. It's always ground floor. This is 3 floors. I haven't had a chance to go downstairs and make me a coffee. So when I go from 0 to 1 million, I am not on no bloody Colos. If you want, yeah, the coffee is cold now. But the thing is, the way I make the coffee is more like a milky one.
And that is the most funny part is that. Okay.
Go on, what did you say?
So the most funny part is that these people are the same people that came out and said, who is building Lawal? And you people are the same person to talk of my country now. See you next time. So these people are the same people that are dealing with building Lawal behind doors.
There
And you natural now came out yesterday and you're saying, who is building Lawal? Are you people not dealing with her behind camera? Ask who bring building Lawal to come and tell us who is building Lawal. We don't know. And you said, I was down like, I have a brand. Brand jati. In fact, it is so funny that yesterday I was just laughing.
I mean, very wickedly. I mean, this is where we should be, and that's why I love your platform so much. Even sometimes when you're there on your own, you're always looking for what's the other lady's name? You're always looking for her, saying, where's she to come? And even sometimes I feel tempted to come and join you and all that kind of stuff. And because what you bring is a breath of fresh air. Because I love your analysis and I love the fact that you have library of information. I love the fact that nobody's got a hiding place, because for what it's worth, you will find that information if it takes 10 years. So in terms of celebrities, in terms of the famous people, our number one celebrity of now is a phantom, Abiodun Lawal. If our new famous personality in the house.
The IT guy. With the natural lady,
Yeah.
Where did it actually go wrong? Because I remember, I don't know if it was the day she was launching that foundation thing. You were on the platform.
Yeah.
And then you were like sort of praising her for taking a bold step, putting her
Yes.
money. Where did it then go wrong?
Okay, let me
actually?
tell you where it went wrong. Yeah. That's a very good question. Where it went wrong is this. I was talking generally, going around the block, and then just doing a recap of how we engaged, where we are, who offended who could have helped who did not help whom, and all this kind of stuff. You understand? And because I went round and I touched on the fact that at some point she was Eris's errand girl, yeah, which was true, that she got involved with Eris and the rest of people in their clan to destroy African television's brand, and they made sure they went all the way, even when we had one day before Justice for Bamishe said she's still out there. We have to get her out, and then we got her out, and she said to put the record straight and all that kind of data. But she, before then, in conjunction with Rotex Sam, with Eris, and her, that Eris also used to go and help African TV to get more information for them to bring back, and use that further to sink African TV's bollocks. And that is what I made reference to. And I said, subject to what we know about your antecedents, I hope that you are still not under Eris's belt. And I hope, and I did say, I hope you are not fooling us and still running errands for Eris. So when she came to the platform, and someone has said, IT guy is talking about you, she only came and got a little bit. With the little bit they told her already, and she took that away with her, because if she did not, she would have actually heard that Aristocrat eventually said he would choose Eris. She only listened to the bit where Aristocrat said he's not sure which side he will go for. And one of our aficionados there was saying, that smelly thing. I refer to Aristo as that smelly thing. And these are the people that if you don't understand the sense of irony, and you can't take a joke, don't take a joke, don't make it my problem, because I don't care. But for me, if I'm talking about something in history and your name comes up, it means I'm talking about you. Albeit not negatively, because at the end of the day, I still put my little bit of disclaimer in there that I hope that you are working on your own, and I pray that is the case, because it will be very disheartening to want to find that you are still working for Eris. But she cannot say she did not work for Eris, but she did. That's my opinion anyway. Good morning, Grace. Oh, golly, maybe.
And you are right. You are right.
Huh? Say that again.
I said you are right. You are right.
That is what I'm. That is what. The thing is, the problem we have sometimes is people jump the gun. Now, every time someone will send message to me and say they are dragging me somewhere, I ignore it. I don't go there. And sometimes I stumble into people talking about me. You don't see me come up. I don't come and defend myself. I just listen. Why? Maybe I will learn something about myself. Maybe I will laugh about myself. Maybe I will adjust something about my character. Maybe not. Maybe I will just laugh it up. But you can't get, they say one thing in life, at the age of between 8 and 12, I learned something. Knowledge is power, but a very little piece of knowledge or information can be very dangerous indeed. That means you need to make sure you get that information in full. If you don't understand, take it away, think about it. If you need to speak to someone about it, deliberate on it. Maybe by the time you speak to 2 or 3 people, maybe by the time you speak to yourself, maybe by the time you listen to it about 2 or 3 times, you realize you don't have to react to it. But people get little information. They brought it to you, you came in, you got little information. And then the following day, you went to open your platform for me. But where it went wrong, Escapade, unmute yourself. Where it went wrong is what I've said, as in like, I am just picking up on things that I believe has happened in the past. How I see it, I saw it on that day, my view, on it. And then going forward, I then even put that disclaimer in there. I hope. And I said, although I think she is still. And then if you then come up and say, no, I am no longer in this, because you were there, because you got involved, because it's not just your antecedents, it is actually post that period, you opening platform, joining people, dragging African TV, looking for more information to discredit him. Continue, you did not stop.
I think that the
Escape, please, can I say something? No. I just want to reply to Africa, please.
Very good morning to you.
I just want to.
Darling.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. IT guy.
You're welcome.
And I'll be hearing you. I know who instigated this question to you. And since they settled, I think you were there, they settled me and this lady. I've never talked about her.
Say instigated. Can you emphasize on what you say? Instigated what?
Yeah.
Instigated
he asked
what?
a question about how Natural came in to this thing, and you started explaining. IT guy, both of us, we have talked. You apologized to me, and I said no problem, and I appreciated you.
What did I apologize to you about? What
and I said
no. Can you tell me what I apologize to you about?
When you came to, I don't know, the day they settled Africa TV and your me.
What did you think I apologized to you about?
I don't know. You are let's say Natural. If I've done you,
it was just an open. It was just an open comment. I apologize.
But even if it's open comment, I also came to you.
Apologize to everybody.
You were talking. Let me say something.
Yes.
And I also came to you and say, oh, IT guy, I never expected it. Thank you so much. God will bless you. And I did that. And you said, no problem. We're all equal. And that day, they called me. I came to go this same platform. I also explained something. In this Africa TV issue, many of you are getting it wrong. I never fight for anybody. Like what I said in my platform yesterday, nobody will control me. Even if somebody send me a message, go and do this thing, I'm mature enough to do what I want to do. This lady was saying that I have a brand. What kind of brand did I have? Very wicked lady, I've told you. Do you understand? I'm a local person. I produce coconut oil and I've been doing it for years. It's not today. Go to OAU. Go to many of these supermarkets. My product is there. Forget I came for this justice for mobile. I did not come here to come out.
I don't care about what you whatsoever.
So that is you. So please,
I am not going.
Please.
I don't have the
please
time
and please don't be saying I don't want to quarrel with you. I did not come to your platform.
You and your brand.
I did not come to your platform. So please, and this IT guy,
you discuss about people on your platform too. You expect people to discuss about you. Why are you being? Why are you being that when they discuss about you?
Then I just please.
Don't run away. When you talk about me, finish. Don't run away, please.
I said you.
I'm going to say my own.
You started talking. The issue of Africa TV, IT guy, I'm explaining to you for you to understand it very well. Nobody asked me to talk about Africa TV. And I'll be saying this thing, and I said this in Paparano platform. That day that they settled me on Africa TV. And Africa TV now discovered that, oh, is it true? Oh yeah, you are my sister, say you are my brother. Do you understand? And that is how we settle it. After we settle it, other things started coming up again. This is the point. And I keep on repeating it. It's because after we went to Lagos and come back, Africa TV went to call them and say, I took 2 plates of food, of which I did not eat. I ate his own food. But they turned it upside down. They called and said, me? No. Even he himself called me. That I should just accept. I said, no, I cannot accept what I did not take. That is the beginning of me and Africa TV. I'm not ready to run somebody's down. No. that now started having my foundation and I want to run somebody down, somebody will now run me down. I never. And I called him when all the whole thing started. See, my brother, let's take this thing like this. He said no. Even when he was insulting Thunderfire that both of them they are friends, it was my platform. I'm the one that was begging him that let this thing go down. So the whole thing started with play. We were even playing that leave all these things, leave these people alone, just be on your own. We were making it as joke, and he was even laughing. But people started instigating this man from the back. The same way they said to us that very day in Paparano that we were together, that he said he never knew that I met all those things, that the nylon bag I was carrying, he was thinking that is food. And he heard it that day that I was telling I went down to go and meet them that they should pack dog food for me. And he even saw it. He said, okay, he's sorry. I said, no problem. And we talked to ourselves. And that is the end. But people say that somebody is pushing me. Aries is pushing me. Now, they're now bringing another narrative that Biodun Lawa. I never knew about Biodun Lawa. I only listened to her in Yeye Kudi's platform. See, that very day, Sam Jojo was talking about it. And I said, serious? Now, something that people don't know, they just go and cook story. Like what she said now that, okay, we have been working together with Biodun Lawa. I swear to my God, for some times now, I've not even been online. Because I have my things I'm doing. How can somebody cook this type of story? I was asking that question yesterday because I listened to Yeye Kudi and Bossman when they were talking about it. I said, this day, they're supposed to ask that lady before adding, telling people to follow the lady. So I don't know anything about the lady. And look at this story. Because this is how people are picking story to add to it. And they started, this person is this person is this. For some time, I've never spoke to Aries. We have not talked. But people will say, it's working for this. What's annoyed me that for you to, after we have talked, you are asking me a question and say, okay, this is my objective of getting this foundation. It's not for anything. We said, even that Bar Michelle, I just support. Nothing else.
This is what you call your past will
natural. You have
your past will haunt you.
I'm not talking to you.
Your past is haunting you right now. Don't be pained, Mama.
Please, I'm not be pained. I'm just talking to IC because IC mentioned something that if you know I'm calling you, you're supposed to come up. Supposed to be both to come up, and that is why I came up. When you talk your platform, I don't come up. You understand? I don't come up. But because of what IT guy said, that is why I came up.
If you can hear me.
So,
the thing is, people will talk about you.
So, no, I'm coming. I just want to finish.
Let me just
and when you talk to me, that very day, you say, yeah, you have a good idea. I said, okay, good. And I left.
Sometimes people will talk about you. People that will speak for you, and people will speak against you, and it may all be in your absence. Sometimes you come up as part of history. And if you come up as part of history, because you have a history of a particular action or behavior, you cannot stop people from talking about it. It's a retrospective situation where someone can talk about my action some times ago, which they were talking about when they were talking about me on your platform yesterday. And I don't really take anything to heart in this situation. Why? Because it is part of my past on this process, and posterity has actually recorded it, and I can't get away from it. I can't get away from the fact that someone say when I engaged with IT guy was nasty to me some times ago, and this and that. I can't get away with it because it's been recorded in history that is the case. So if we're talking about you and and you haven't taken your time to listen properly, and you haven't kind of digested what is being said. My platform was on porous. We weren't fighting. People don't understand what is being said. You kind of conjured all these kind of ideas together that I'm comparing Aries to Olori Ebin. No. It was literally just a plaything. I just came up with something playful, and we just sort of like say, if the last thing you're going to do, these two boats are about to set sail, you are on a makeshift platform, and you're going to end up in the river, and you have to jump on one boat. Why would you jump on this one? Why not the other? If not, and that. And we had 9 hours talking about it. Yes, in between, I had my rants, and my rant is based on my displeasure about how certain individuals have conducted themselves in the last 20 months. That included everybody, including myself. We're just going through a cycle to do a replay. Where did we go wrong? What are the things that's happened? What are the bad things and the good things? Where have we offended ourselves? Nobody was dragging Aries. Nobody was dragging Oloriabi. Everybody is just kind of highlighting their opinion based on which side they will choose and why. And despite that, what you said about aristocrats, if you listen to it properly, someone caught it and they've put it on and I've reposted it. Go in there and go and listen to it. Yes, originally aristocrat did say, this is a difficult one. It's a dangerous road you follow in IT guy to want to this one. Anyway, I don't think I will go for whatever. It was being diplomatic. It was coming, and his initial comment is not to be taken seriously, and any of his comment. And at the end of the day, Yeti, your future wife, came in and said, "I don't care whether you're putting me on spot. I would rather sink." And she was the only one that decided she's not taking side. And Queen Abiki was probably the only one that chose Oloriabi. And I think Ricardo was there. We talked about Temi's platform.
So you're giving us a recap now, Isaac guy. We are listening to it. It is on live streaming. Everybody knows that.
What I'm trying to say is that I can replay it in my head. For 9 hours, I know exactly what went through that 9 hours. And if you're going to find anything negative, when I ranted and I gave everybody the full volume. I went from 0 to 1 million. And now these people on this same lady's platform are saying that I'm on Colos. They start saying, hey, what your dealer supplied you yesterday is this, is that. If you can't stand the heat, you don't come into the kitchen. Don't come into the bloody kitchen. You know, we're just having fun. I set up my platform. I didn't even know the topic. When I say your nemesis is back here, it's because because of that retaliatory process that they engineered yesterday. That's why I said your nemesis is back. I'm still doing my first cup of coffee. It's cold there. I still have to take a break to do whatever because I want to bring people up to have a dialogue.
The fact that she was actually fighting because of food is a no for her. Just because of food, he decided to bring the brand down with your own platform. And now you don't want people to bring your own brand down. The day I was having that discussion, I was here and I don't want to come up. But because of what you did on your platform yesterday, then I said, okay, let's come into this nemesis together today. We are ready. We are ready.
Because you look very, very wicked lady. When I was responding to Richie, we did a DM, and I said, look, if you don't have a sense of irony, you will struggle to have a sense of humor. Because something about a sense of humor is actually that if you get the attack and you take everything verbatim, you will not get the joke. So when Chairman was saying this morning again that I did not hear anything, some people are attacking him not knowing that they don't have a sense of irony. And the sense of irony is the bit that allows us to understand a joke. You don't have a sense of irony, you can't understand a joke. And that is what me bringing something topical up, I'm just bringing it up. It was just freestyle, and I was making it up as I went along. And I had my, noble panelists here who are moving along with me, and we're enjoying the joke together. And even Aries herself would have loved the show. all the good things people said about her. And it wasn't me trying to convince people that, oh, it can't be Aries, it has to be Olori Ebi or whatever. I just want to kind of understand people's take on what is going on. The stakes are very high in terms of our populace, the divide. Surprising to everybody, as much as Olori Ebi has that number of fellowship and followership, Aries probably have even more than that operating in the background. So these two platforms are doing something. And I'm not comparing to say one is better than the other. I just want to hear people's opinion. And suddenly, Sammy Jojo will jump from one platform, those two platforms to another. And that's why I put Sammy Jojo on the spot, and I wanted the second one to people to talk about Rotex Sam and Sammy Jojo. I made it all up. If people don't have a sense of irony, I can't help them. Carry on, wicked lady.
I think that, do you know that when Baba wants to start dragging people that are fighting for justice, Baba start from food. Africa TV one Jekoko. That
Yes.
was not how Baba starts.
How cheap.
And now she started her own too from food. And you bring somebody and you said you have your aim and objective, you have good on your good and something to do with your brand. Don't forget that Africa TV also have good objective on his brand too. Do you know how long he went back?
That she assisted to desecrate and destroy. She assisted to malign, destroy this guy's character and destroy everything. And you want everybody to be your friend now, and you don't want people to talk about your antecedents. You don't want people to talk about your nastiness. You have been nasty, very dangerously nasty in this course. And if people are now, if posterity brings that up and they are talking about it, maybe someone just replaying something they've captured somewhere about you. Don't get angry, because that's not going to go away. Ain't going to go away. So if she's learned something from it, But for what it's worth, we are not going to stop talking about everybody. G-Bangs, you bad boy. What you doing here, you bad boy? You dragged me out one night. I was minding my business last Friday. You got me into a party somewhere. We were doing money guns.
Icy guy.
G-Bangs, you are dangerous.
Yeah, good morning. I stumbled on your show yesterday where you were, I won't call it ranting, but you were very angry.
No, day before yesterday. No, I wasn't angry. I was going for 0 to 1,000. I
heard you cussing out your Mefabi and the rest of them.
I was just going from 0 to 1 billion at that point.
You and a boss man, you were both on the I don't know, boss man was
Boss man wasn't there, no.
No, I think I saw you someone. It was you, the boss man I saw.
No, it was maybe someone is replaying a situation about Bossman and I being on a panel somewhere. But not this week.
But I wanted to come up, but unfortunately I think something else came up. You were doing something.
Last Friday,
you were busy.
Talk to me.
I think it was a network. They were flagging your show. But what I want to say is that was yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
No, day before yesterday. All right, guys. They said flag. Now let's take it to 20K. Share this show to as many people as possible. Let's take it to 20K.
But what I want to say in this situation is,
please, 20K.
I just want to make a general statement. Let me just make a general statement.
All right.
When we say something public, when we say we public coming together to fight for justice, I want you two guys to have it in mind that all these people that we bring together, we never knew their pedigree. All these people are just people that we met. I remember most of us met in Papyrano's platform. Before you know, it depends on how you can talk or how you can do some things before they start choosing people. Aristocrats, all this, the boss man, everybody, we all met there. and I was Pabrano started, collecting people's personal number.
Thank you, SG.
They have other meetings
See
in
you,
WhatsApp.
SG. Thank you,
So
Kyle.
what I'm trying to say is, you should not expect people to be 100% perfect, whereby you did not know their pedigree. We only met on public, and if they've not displayed their character, you won't know them. So if anybody you choose, wrongly or rightly, there should be a way of you people checkmating each other. Some are here for just the clout. Some are here because of the gift. Many are here just for them to say, okay, they too, they want to be seen. They want to be popular. So any kind of person like that, if you guys have a way of checkmating it, you should be able to point them out that, okay, this guy is going off the radar. Can we bring him back? Because there's nobody that cannot fall off the radar. Baba Mohbad himself fell off the radar because when this guy was seeking justice, it was genuine. But we all can see that when this guy saw him, it changed.
Okay, let me.
Human being will be human being. Some people will
very quickly.
will definitely change when they see when they see how people are coming from, maybe they are getting popular. That is it.
You want to
Can
run
you hear
it?
me?
No,
Can you hear me?
So we are fighting each other now, saying this and this. It's not supposed to be.
Okay,
What we are here for is
Jibeng,
justice for Mohbad.
Are you on one-way system? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, let me say this. Oh, please, mute yourself, Chairman. Let me say this very quickly, G-Banks. Maybe you need to familiarize yourself with my platform. You see, I don't announce that I'm coming live. You don't know when I'm going to come live. You don't know what time. I just come live. I play some music and I start my madness. That's it. Right? So now the topic comes up from nowhere. I engage with my first panelist and then we kick it off from there. We're not checkmating anybody. We're not looking at anybody's mental health. This is not a mental hospital. It is not a Bobby. There is no doctor here. There are no nurses anywhere in the comment section. There is nowhere to give you injection or anyone to rub up the pain of the injection off your ass at the top of your bum. All we do is freestyle. It's just freestyle. We just do freestyle. Now, the thing is, I did 9 hours the last time, and it was freestyle. People come up, people go down. Look, if you look at my panel now, you will never see 9 people. You will never see 9 people. It's always maybe about 6, 7. People drop, people come up, people drop, people come up, people come up. And that is how we do it. We just do it. I'm not the one doing it. We are the one doing it. I just come up with my usual kind of confusion. Some people will call me a confusionist. I love it. I take it. It's part of my character. I'm eccentric. I don't want to be enigmatic, but if you think I am, it's okay.
Confused Sakama J.
Hey! You see, there are 2 things, Chairman. There is Sakama J and there is Skaskama J. So Skakama J is bigger than Sakama J.
So which one is Skaskama J now?
No, because your me is gone twice. Your me is now a Skaskam Ajay. You see, Skam Ajay. Sakam Ajay is one that runs away. Skaskam Ajay is one that keeps coming back.
This guy will kill somebody.
Your me is the king of Skaskam Ajay. That's a big one. So G-Banks, that's the way we do it. You see, sometimes G-Banks, when people outside this enclave react, we don't react to them. But because this said personality decided to open their platform for me yesterday, decided to open their platform and actually voiced it out that she will open her platform for me for the rest of the week every day until she's satisfied. And I was sitting on her window throughout the entire session all day long. Because this is social media. This is an open platform. Maybe that is something they should have taken to the Green app somewhere and do their talk and then find a way to come and attack me. Instead, on an open forum, even if you block me, I can still listen to you on the window. I will still find you. I will still find you. You see, and the world we live in, if you want to operate on social media, why hide your identity? Your voice is still the same. You can use a secondary account to sit in the comment section and be causing trouble, just like Vengeance did when I invited him to come and engage. And we still have a good dialogue on the DM. I don't have anything against you, man. You can come to my platform and come and engage with intelligent men, intellectual people in the comment section. Very bright, wonderful people in the comment section who are going to tap to 2,000, 20K now. You see, they're going to go for it now. Yeah. My people, give it the tap 20K and share to as many people as possible, and let's enjoy the show. Give it the, look at my people now, see them tapping. They're going to take it to 20K in no time. And this is who we are. This is who we are. And when Vengeance came, he spammed the comment section, caused trouble, and I zeroed him out for the rest of the session. And he's complaining. I said, I invited you here to come and engage with me. I didn't say come and spam the comment section and come and fight people. And he's saying something about, I don't like lies. No, if you think there are lies that have been spoken about here or injected into our forum, come up. Come and debunk it. Come and support Joseph Aloba. Come and tell us Joseph Aloba hasn't stolen all the money in Access Wema and go fraud me. Come and tell me Joseph Aloba hasn't defrauded Nigerians and gazump all the money for J4M. You come and tell me at least that. Come and tell me Joseph Aloba has been able to be accountable and has been transparent. He's been noble and loyal and thankful for people who have supported the quest for the sudden, untimely buying of his son. And the entire nation is clamoring there, and the only thing you want to do is to be talking about Wumi Cynthia and all that kind of, with unfounded allegation, unfounded nothing concrete, no pedigree or iota of anything other than a phantom and fabrication of events. The inquest is there. If you, Vengeance, believe you want to support your uncle and you have something concrete that the inquest will have find useful, gather it together. The lawyers are still there.
The DNA is there.
Go to the police. Can you imagine? Carry on, Chairman. Whilst I catch my breath. Carry on, Chairman.
No, I mean the DNA is there too. They are all gamut of issues that needs to be solved. You know, it's not just accountability, not just. We've got a lot of issues. A lot of issues. We know
who is
carried of issues.
Back, right? Chairman, we know who's holding it back. It's Joseph Aloba, period. Now, if he's having issues with his legal people, i.e., they now owe money that they've gazumped, they are now finding a way to come public and ask public for more money, and they can't find a way to do it. Why can't Vengeance go to Olori Ebi's platform, go to Comfy's platform, and let them go and raise the money and pay off the lawyer that they're owing money so that the new lawyers can take his case? We know what's going on. We're not stupid. We're not foolish. I mean, the pedigree of the intellectual, of the size of this platform actually tells you that anyone that joins, anyone that taps, anyone that comments, anyone that comes up, don't play, baby. Do not play. Aristocrat, good morning to you. Let's have you, my brother. Good morning, Aristocrats. You see, it's warming up now. Our communicologist in the house. Communicologist in the Aristocrat, let's have you. And if you're not ready, I'm going to go back to Escapade. Escapade decided to disappear. Now, G
Please,
Banks.
can I say something so I can drop? I see
G Banks. Carry on.
Please, I just want to advise the public. Me personally, I'm not happy seeing all the people I met here like a year and some months ago, where we all met here as J4M trying to find justice. I'm not happy that we met here, we are now the one fighting each other. It's very, very uncalled for, and I'm seriously not happy. If you are not hearing Olori Ebi fighting, even Olori Ebi and Baba Josi that you all accusing now, both of them are not in good terms. They are all fighting themselves. Everybody is now pinching tent in each person's places. You will see someone going from one platform to the other, saying things unnecessarily, just I'm above a thing. We have all digressed fully on J4M. We are now attacking each other now. Nobody is finding justice again. And let me tell the public something. The public cannot be fooled twice. When I mean the public, they are intellectual enough. The ones that are not intellectual can be fooled as many times. In this country, we once had someone that came here and played MMM. MMM has been for long. Now they turn it to CBEX and people still pay for it. Those kind of people, there is nothing you can do for them. Once another one come out again, they will still fall for it. So those kind of public, if anybody comes here and say he wants to raise money for that thing, if anybody, don't be surprised. Nigerians are gullible. They will still fall for it. No matter the awareness you do for them, even though you tell them don't do this, they will still, some of them will still do. But the elite public, me, I know you can't fool them twice. Once you fool them once, there is no way. You can't fool them twice. Nigerians will always come for you if you have a genuine cause. Baba had a genuine cause before, but when they saw that he has fooled the public, you can see everything has gone down now. So this attacking each other, we don't need it. It's just a general statement. We don't need it. If we are doing it for fun, let's know that we are doing it for fun. But if we are serious and want justice for Mohbad, attacking each other will not solve this issue. And I can say that everybody has his own attitude. We don't know their pedigree. Nobody came out and submitted CV to join J4M. We all met on the platform and we all assumed the way they talk, they are reasonable enough. That is why we gave them 1 or 2 assignments to do. Unfortunately, they failed us. Yes, because we did do our findings. We all met on the platform. And if such person fuck up, it's just left for you to blacklist him as, okay, you can't be part of this. You have been trusted once. We can't make use of you again. Let's look for someone else. At the end of the day, during the public we may be lucky we'll get someone that is rightly, that can prove himself. That is what is called justice. I think it should be justice for anything we want. We are trying to strive at, not attacking each other. Once he has fucked up, just blacklist him. That is all. But not attacking him all the time, and we always go back and be attacking and doing this. I'm not in support of it. That is why up till now we've not gotten justice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jude. Sorry.
Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jude.
Right, let me
Good morning, everyone.
Mr. Vago, let me take over for just a few minutes.
1 minute, sir. I want to respond to what Chiba just said in a bit.
Don't worry.
I can be allowed to do that.
You will respond. You're allowed to do that. Okay. I love the fact that your background is very quiet, not as noisy as yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So I set up a foundation some times ago, a foundation with no name, a foundation with one ethos, one mandate, and one what else can I say in the one sense of purpose anyway. So I'm thinking, what is my mission? What are my visions? Mr. Vago, am I allowed to talk about it?
Sure. Go ahead.
So I said that one day I'm gonna talk about it. So my mission, vision, objective is to empower somebody to stand alone without asking anything from them other than to make a success of my involvement in that particular cause. Is Mr. Virgo there? Or is he gone? He's giving me the allowance to talk about something. I just want to bring this up so we can look at things from a different angle. Mr. Virgo has decided to go. Who wants to speak whilst he's away? Anybody? Very wicked lady, go on until Mr. Virgo comes back. Carry on.
Okay. So, based on what is this Jibet said, you have points and you are right. But you know what? This thing keep coming back. When
Very
somebody
wicked
comes,
lady, you sound a bit muffled. You need to sort out your audio.
I have my this
That's
thing.
better. That's better.
You know what? When the thing keep coming back, in the first place, we give him a chance, and he finally fucked up. He left, and he keep coming back. That is why we end up here with her. And do you know, day before yesterday, there is this building around
You still need to manage an echo. There's still an echo.
the Biodun Lawal issue come up yesterday again.
I see very wicked lady probably looking for somewhere quiet. But just so you know, you are echoing badly.
Sorry, guys. So the issue of Biodun Lawal come up yesterday back, and do you know that there is no way we are going to talk about Biodun Lawal where we surely bring back Yomi's story. And for those people that just go and bring Biodun Lawal issue that they have relationship with from the past last year, they are now coming back yesterday to go and bring Biodun Lawal up. For me, I feel like they feel like Yomi Fabiyi has been faded away, and they are looking for ways to bring him back for us to have another Gbasgbos again. So this thing keep coming back. Then we end up here. I don't think it is the public fault, and it is also our fault. But we don't have choice than to discuss whatsoever that was bring to our table. We analyze it, we checkmate it,
for the
and we
interjection.
approved it.
Please,
But if
I
it is
had a
not being
call. That
approved,
is why
then
I went
we
off.
reject
But I'm
it. But
back
some
now.
people are
Okay,
there
Mr. Virgo,
still
mute yourself
fighting
for
so
now.
hard
Let me very
that
well.
this person is coming, he has a good motive, blah 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 like that. I don't know.
Okay, so
But for me, why
let's
the issue of Biodun
very
Lawal
wicked
come up
lady.
is a way of bringing Yomi back
Yeah.
to
So
the
let's
public,
do a recap. Let's do a quick
bringing
recap
Yomi
on
back
that.
to the
I'm gonna
trend. That is my own
let
opinion
me ask you
concerning
this
what is
question.
happening as at the day before yesterday till today. Because there is
Let me
no
ask
way
you
we are
this
going to
question.
talk about Biodun Lawal. Yomi Fabiyi will be involved, and immediately we mention Yomi Fabiyi, then it blow again, it glow again. Then we are back to square one.
So who brought
So
this
that is
news?
my own opinion now.
Very wicked lady. Who brought this news to the
Thank you, host.
Yeah.
Host. Good morning, host. How are you
Good
doing
morning,
today, sir?
Aristotle.
A quick one. I've received a lot of calls, DM. When I say call, I mean DM.
Yes.
People saying what we did on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Some people are making a lot of,
They are disgruntled. Yeah.
storm. They are making storm out of a teacup. For me, for everyone that have called me, I've said they should just leave it the way it is. Number one, people should realize something. We are in the public space. People are watching us.
Everybody have opinion about everybody. And when people are asked to give their opinion about things, they give it. It's the same way whoever that is disgruntled or supported has also done to others. We do that for government. We do that for system, and we feel it is right. And when they do it for us, we feel it is wrong. I don't think they should see it as that. And it also begs the question of the level of intellect of people. When people are discussing matter, what are they listening to? And people that listen to the noise, we always go and discuss the noise. People that listen to facts, we take the fact and use it for their good or to better themselves or for any information they will need. I think that is how it is. Also, just quickly to comment on what GBEC said. GBEC said something very significant. He said, it is good that we face justice for Mohbad. Yes, it is good that we face justice for Mohbad. But as part of justice for Mohbad, there are issues that are cropping up. There are things that are going on. And just like I said on Tuesday, that I said that we should find a day where we look at people who have stood as angel and actually they were devil. And doing that, it has to be with evidences. You see, on this justice for Mohbad travesty, as it were, we all think when people do some rubbish, we don't talk about it. Let's focus. But you're not going to get it because that itself is the beginning of justice. How we always say this, you cannot achieve justice with injustice. If your ways are not pure, you cannot get to the level of purity. You can't get it. You can't try to be sane in the midst of insanity. You need to get yourself out of it. Now, one of the reasons why we are here and why some issues are being brought up is because some people, you see, don't let us kid ourselves. What news have we heard about Mohbad's case? No news. There is no news. So if there is no news, people will create news. And if there is no news,
people will
just
create
want
noise.
to create content.
People will create noise.
Yes.
There's no news.
And see, people are bringing issues of 2023, 2024 to be discussing and making it to feel as if it happened yesterday. Nobody is blaming those people that they are reenacting what had gone, that you move past that. Nobody is blaming them. And when they bring it up, people begin to reminisce, people begin to talk about this thing, and someone will come and say, we are bruised. It is what it is. And as they always say, social media is a library, is an archive. What you did last week, someone has archived it somewhere. They will bring the receipt to you. What say you? It has been done, it has been done. Yes, we will move up, but you always refer to it. This chairman's issue of Baba going to Abuja is still being discussed, even as of today. Wherever they see chairman, they will discuss it. They continue to do it. Has anybody gone to those people to say, don't talk about it? No. So, when issues are there, it is the prerogative of the discussers or the prerogative of the talkers. It is the prerogative of whoever wants to talk about it or use that reference to talk about it. It will always be. Yes, we will not lose focus. But between you and I, chairman, very wicked lady, Mr. Vego, IT guy, and everybody listening to the sound of my voice, what news do you have on justice for Mohbad as at this moment? What is new? Nothing is new. Everything is still. And people are still talking. So what do you think people will do? They will bring something out to talk. If whatever all the recorders, the professional recorders, when they record whatever they want to record, they will not take the whole thing. They will cut it. What they know will spur up controversy. They will take it and go and discuss it. And it began to do, and it's good. For me, I no send. Because the fact is this, If any of us has come on panels to discuss any issue, and you have that grace, that opportunity to do it, be rest assured that one or two people will be for or against you. Be rest assured that one or two people will go and condemn what you say, whether they understand it or not. So why will you kill yourself? You don't have to kill yourself. You go your way. Go your way. Let them be, because some people, if some people don't create content, some people will not live. The content of some people is the oxygen some people are going to live on. And if you don't do it, they will die. And when God has given you the opportunity to create the content, let them use it. But all I believe in is this. Professor Wale Soyinka said something. You know, the chairman, you know, he always write article in Guardian in those days. And they asked him, they said, Professor, your English, we cannot translate it. It's too big. He said, I have my audience. Everybody is not my audience. And I'm saying it to those who are recording me. Aristocrat, I have my audience. When I make my opinion known on any matter, anyone that understands it means that person is my audience. Anyone that take it out of context, that is not my audience. And I don't care. I only care about my audience, not about the terrestrial listeners. And that is how it should be. Thank you very much.
We're going to go into an intermission. It's going to be a very interesting one. So anyone who is not already recording should start recording now. Another joke. Okay, so I said something sometimes ago. I decided to try something. And that is just simple.
IT guy, please permit me a minute. Aristocrat, I have found out that TikTok space is a full-time job for some people, that they make money from it, they make their salaries for it. And I think that is a good thing. Instead of people being jobless, roaming about the streets, you just want to create content because you need to resume at work in the morning. So if you could see someone that open up his life 8 a.m. and have a discussion till around 4 p.m., and at the end of the day, he goes home with like 200 pounds.
No, it's not that rewarded, Chairman. Unless you're really getting heavy gifts.
No. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is that